they have no desire of how to learn the social skills and interacting with a man, that they actually end up developing no personality at all. Because all they get is a bunch of guys coming to them. They don't have to do anything to impress a guy. They don't have to show any qualities to tell the guy, hey, I'm worth at least this much.
Ooh, na na, na na, na 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 na. Yup, it's your man, EddyEd, the Duke.
Hey, welcome to the fun building, ladies and gents. It's the Bully
What?
Duo. We have Dialogue, Mr. D in the building. You know what I mean? What you waiting for?
You said the Fun House.
Fun House, man.
Did you just call yourself the Fun House?
No, like our channel, the content.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
environment.
so you're right.
Anyway. Last week was fun, man. Last week we did the thing with Mr. Prosper, and that was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You guys should definitely check
Episode
that
coming.
out. You guys
Yeah.
should definitely check that out. It's 3 dudes in there. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. Find us on Spotify, audio exclusive platforms, all of that stuff. Let's see, what else? Today, on my list, a highlight topic for you guys, and that is, it's a point of discussion. It's 2 questions, right, that I have for single mothers. Some that I thought of. I was like, if they can answer this, they're on their way. So we have that topic of discussion coming up. But anyway, man, let us hear about your week, bro. Your week, your holy and
Yeah,
demonic
man.
moment, man.
For those that know me from my main channel, you would see the vlogs on there at this point in time, and I've been traveling, but getting back into town is always a challenge because, man, bro, I literally just went on the weighing scale about 3 hours ago, and I lost like 6 pounds, bro. I lost like 6 pounds, man. And like, when you lose weight, because you could feel it on your body. Like when certain areas you feel that are fuller, and all of a sudden it's like less full. You're like, hold on, I lost some weight. Like, you can feel it on your body. If you pay attention to your body, like I do, and you exercise often, you can feel the changes very easily. So I felt it, and I checked my weight, and I'm like, yeah, I lost by like 5-6 pounds. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, traveling, man, and like, we've been traveling, all over the place. Great experience, crazy experience. You know, waking up early 3 days in a row killed me, bro, because when I got back into my actual state, bro, I took a nap, right? And I've never had, well, I have had these type of naps, but man, this one was different. It was like I was in some kind of feel good trance. Like, I was sleeping, and I would wake up, but I couldn't move. My body said, "Stay over here." Like, I couldn't get up, but it felt so good. But at the same time, I'm like, my body is tired, and so the actual night when I went to sleep to wake up for the next morning, I ended up waking up like 3-4 times, but going back to sleep. And after the 4th time, I woke up. But man, yeah, I really felt the effects of waking up early.
That's crazy.
And the whole travel, yeah, I really felt the effects. It doesn't really happen to me like that because I don't travel often. But man, I felt it this time. So it was a fun week. It was a fun week, and it's gonna get more busy as we progress. So
Yeah, bro. I'm going to put a timestamp in the beginning of this just because if someone wants to skip to the topics, they could do that. Because, I mean, this might be a little bit of a longer conversation. But yeah, man, I'm with you on that. Are you going to talk about your holy and demonic, or you want me to go?
holy is that I traveled. Demonic is that my body was
Your
tired.
time. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. Except it's a little bit of a different thing driving. For me, it was good because before this trip, my sleep
I don't
schedule
know.
was off.
I don't know how you did all that driving, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I used
I
coffee.
was I was gonna help you out, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, I don't know about this, bro,
Yeah, you tired.
because Yeah, because I want to survive. I want to help us survive, and I know my limits. Like if my eyes are heavy, it's
Hmm.
gonna be tough.
Yeah. I know when and when not to use coffee. Like people wake up every day and drink coffee. I'm like, it's not
Don't
bad
need
for
it.
you when you do that. But yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. But I use coffee, and I drove like say what was it 8 9 hours in like 2 days. It was fun.
Nah,
It
it was
was
probably
fun.
it was probably like 10 hours, bro. 10,
Oh
11
yeah,
hours.
that one
Because remember,
traffic.
yeah, traffic was
Hmm.
included. Yeah,
Yeah,
you practically almost hit 12 hours of driving
I
within
know,
those two
man.
days,
That's
and
crazy.
and th- and then like that's subtracting all the other places we went in the city
Yeah,
when we got back. So
and
yeah, you
that's
did a lot of
true.
driving, man.
Yeah, and then we were up doing stuff too. It wasn't like I drove and then I slept and then I drove. I mean, I drove and then we went to party for hours and then came back, slept. It was a fun week. Demonic moment, man. My holy moment, my the holy thing about my week was let's see, the fact that I'm able to get back into the gym now. I'm gonna start going to the gym, but the demonic moment was I I my knee. There's a pinch of pain in my knee, and I think it was
Oh
because when I went back to the gym on Monday, today's Saturday, I did some things to my legs that I haven't done before, and it
oh,
caused me to like really be sore, man. And so I think my leg is. I did something to my leg and it's healing. So I'm just gonna give it a couple of days, keep massaging it, see what's going on in there. But that's
hey,
fun.
hey, you got those sensu beans?
Yes, I do. You think it would work?
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, bro, it's gonna
I'm gonna
help.
take one. I'm gonna take a sensu bean. But yeah, man, that's how my week was. I'm glad you have fun, bro. That was a fun event that we went to. Um, I
Yeah.
danced. I danced. I didn't dance enough, but I danced a little bit.
I I definitely didn't dance enough because I ate a lot. I think I was the only one that had 2 rounds at the table, 2 rounds of food, bro.
Yeah, see, ain't nobody asked this guy. He's always going for, oh, I'm going for round
Nah,
two,
nah,
bro. Come on, man.
nah, nah. Cause hold on, look, because I couldn't dance that much. You know what I'm saying? I was fulled up, and I wanted to dance a little bit more, but I couldn't because I was fulled up, and I'm not trying to show out. You know, ain't nobody trying to show out to trying to be the main guy of the stage. You know what I mean? So I took it easy. I took it easy, very, very light.
Whenever I go to this Duke's house, he always talks about, oh, I'm gonna go for round two, round two. And then he'll
I'm
sit
hungry,
there
man.
for like 30 minutes after round one, and then he'll get round two. And then he won't even finish round two. He's playing, man.
I'm hungry. Hey, man.
Nah, you
He might
playing
be.
fake hungry.
He might be. Nah. He might be fortifying some information for you guys, but y'all know
Oh,
how he do.
okay. Oh, okay. That's how
Y'all
you
know how
feel
he
about
do.
it. Hey,
Y'all know
man.
what's going on.
Look. First topic of the day. I think it's a topic of discussion. I think men are kind of jaded when it comes to relationships nowadays, right? It wasn't too long ago that I saw an article talking about how the marriage percentage for men has dropped to below like 7%. That's crazy.
That's
Um,
wild.
yeah, bro. I mean, just think about that. If you guys are hearing this, below 7%. Um, so I want to ask you this.
Okay, let's go.
Did you know that at a certain point, women used to actually value respecting a man? I didn't know this. I didn't know that maybe 50, 60 years ago, like that was one of the values that women had that they had to bring to a relationship. And when I heard that, I was like, the girls today aren't taught that though. The girls today aren't taught to have a respective manner, um, just in general. Not necessarily towards men, but just in general. Like, you know what I mean? You ask a bunch of girls like, what's one thing that's wrong with you or something like that. It'd be like, oh, my attitude. Every single time, bro. every single time a girl will say, "Oh, my attitude when I get upset at something," and I want to ask you, like, does that come as a shock to you that women don't value respecting at all, like just respect in general?
Well, for the listeners that are listening, you know, there are types of ladies that are fitting into this category, and there's a commonality, in general, that this type of perspective women have, right? But then, there are some ladies. We're not saying that there's no ladies that don't hold values like this, but majority in today's society don't hold the values. And so jumping into those type of ladies that don't hold these values, which is a lot of women these days, um, it doesn't come as a shock. It doesn't come as a shock because we see it all too often. Social medias, in person, like it's everywhere, man. You know, ladies doing all types of stuff, you know, to the guy that they're with, you know. It's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of buffoonery. So it doesn't come as a shock from because when you look at social media, it pretty much desensitizes you from a lot of stupidity, and
Yeah.
even going a little bit deeper, all these challenges, right? You know, they're dangerous. Like recently, real quick, this one girl swallowed. This one girl, she swallowed pre-workout dry. So the challenge was to swallow pre-workout dry and then work out. This
Mm-hmm.
girl ended up having a heart attack, man.
I.
No water, right? She said she felt some chest pains and boom, her left arm went numb and she had a heart attack. Luckily, she survived the heart attack, but she could have died. She could have died. And just looking at the stupidity that people will do because of the word viral and because of what that might entail
Mm-hmm.
from going viral. Now you're famous and you might not even be getting no money,
Hmm.
but you're just viral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could it turn into money? It could, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is that it's not a surprise because we're numb now. At this point, it's like numb, but I'm not saying it's numb to me to where I don't see it and that I don't value it. It's numb to me as in I see it often and it's not anything new. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't come as a surprise to
Yeah.
me.
I also want to make this point in opposition to that. Something like how guys should talk to girls in general. Right? When dudes get dating advice from girls, it's like, "Oh, be nice to her, treat her like a princess, treat her nicely, take her out, buy her flowers." That's what girls would generally, not all the girls, but that's what they would generally tell a guy if he's like, "Hey, I want to talk to this girl, how should I go about it?" Right? Even dudes, they're like, "Yeah, bro, talk to her, call her, ask her how she's doing, make her feel good, all of this stuff." So even from like peers and people that don't give the best dating advice, they tell dudes this stuff, like treat her nicely, like a princess, blah blah, take her out, yeah, all of that stuff.
Real sorry. Go ahead and finish your thought. Sorry.
You said real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You sure you're not gonna forget yours?
No, I'm not gonna forget.
I was just gonna ask. Do you have a problem with them saying that? With them saying, "Oh, treat her nicely" or whatever, maybe?
Oh, I was getting to that. I was getting to
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So when you flip it on the other side, usually I don't know what kind of advice girls give each other, but it may be more on the lines of like is he trying hard enough? What has he done for you? You know what I mean? Is he sweet to you? Has he gotten you flowers? Has he gotten you a gift? Um, just stuff that has nothing to do with the guy, right? It's
Sound like a
not
lot of
like
money spending.
it's even young
A
guys, they'll
lot.
buy a girl a gift like a little watch or something. Even young dudes that don't work. High
Mm.
school, you know what I mean? Save up
Oh
some
man, you
money.
know what? You know what? That reminds me when I was younger, and I liked a girl. What
Hmm.
I would do is I would buy her something.
Right?
I remember, yeah, because we get that from the movies. We get that
Yeah.
definitely from the movies. I saw the dude buy her a necklace because he liked her, so I
Hmm.
bought a necklace because I liked her. You
Because
know,
you liked her.
so yeah, because so we do go into um this mode where if you like a girl, you begin to like spend money on her naturally
Hmm. Guys
because
are
we think that's
taught, uh-huh,
what, yeah, because that's what we're taught.
from all around us, from social media, from how our friends who are ladies tell us to talk to other girls, from how dudes even tell us to talk to girls, um, from how our parents tell us not to be aggressive with girls because we're stronger than them when it comes to that stuff. Society even tells us that you put your hands on a girl in any kind of aggressive way, you're under um, law enforcement of some kind. I mean, like it goes that far. But what I've never heard is ladies being advised all around like guys are to respect guys. I've never heard that before. And that's so wild to me because the dynamics between men and women, guys are supposed to act in love towards the woman, but the woman is supposed to respect the man in all kinds of situations. You know what I mean? So if society, I'm not even gonna say society, how men are built were built to protect women in that way. Yeah, we get it. The most violent people towards men, towards women, are men. But in the same breath, it is also a man who will brutally defend another woman. So there are bad men and there are good men. But what I want to say is like, to what degree have women been told they need to respect men at all? And you know what? Thing is, some women may be watching this and say, "Excuse me, if he doesn't respect me, I'm not gonna respect him." Really? So the thing about guys also is we don't like to play mental games of argument. We don't like to play those. We don't like to argue about stuff. It's such a waste of time when I find myself arguing about something instead of like objectively getting to a goal. It's such a waste of my time, and women don't get it. So women want to argue with a man because they know they can't go toe to toe physically with a man. They take the argument route, they take the word route, they take the attitude route because we can't do anything to them. So, in that way, furthermore, it communicates to the woman that they don't need to respect men on any level. But if a woman was getting beat up on the street, a dude would be there, right? If anyone will be there, it's a guy first. A lady isn't going to be. She's actually going to call the cop, who's a guy, to come help defend the lady.
She actually got a cop.
On all fronts. On all
Don't
fronts,
all
man.
Karens do that? Don't all the Karens do that? I'm
Don't
gonna call
they,
the
though?
police on you.
Yeah.
Like, not for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you're
if
telling me
if
that I should leash my dog. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and they want to get mad because you're not listening to what they're telling you to do,
Mm-hmm.
but then they're gonna get mad when you try to tell them what to do. So you're doing what you're saying you don't want to happen to you.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. But real quick, going back to how we're taught when we're younger by the movies, as men or little guys, when you like a girl, whatever, you buy her a gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know if that's her love language. You know what I'm saying? It just hit me
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
and probably that's why a lot of the that stuff don't work because not every lady loves to get gifts.
Yeah.
That's not their strongest love language. I mean, people may like to get gifts, but
Mm-hmm.
to get that particular girl, maybe it's not the gift.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the note.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe hers is words of affirmation, whatever it may be. So, growing up doing that, I probably was missing a lot of shots because they had different love languages.
Yeah.
But I had no idea because what I saw was bought a gift and she's gonna touch her cheeks and then all like do the alls and the cutes and the oohs
Yeah. Yeah.
and then that means you got her. So we were taught something that we have no idea how to match
Mm-hmm.
the girl up with.
Yep.
Meaning like, is that her love language, giving gifts or not? We had no
Yeah.
idea. We just gave it because that's what we thought.
And we will go from age 5 years old to 30 years old doing the same thing over and over again because we're trying to talk to ladies.
Hmm.
Also, one other thing that I think men are screwed about, one of them being women aren't taught to respect us. Another thing is because women have no desire to learn the social skills of how to deal with a man. Let me put it that way. They have no desire of how to learn the social skills in interacting with a man, that they actually end up developing no personality at all. Because all they get is a bunch of guys coming to them. They don't have to do anything to impress a guy. They don't have to show any qualities to tell the guy, hey, I'm worth at least this much. Consider me for this. What they do is they put on makeup, they get thick, and then it's like um, now it's like now the guy has to perform to get her attention, which is cool. But then when you get her attention, you figure out that she has no personality at all, no real social skills, no real way to talk to you in a proper way, no way to make you feel like the man in the relationship, but you're doing everything to make her feel like a woman in the relationship. Like they just don't know how to interact with you properly. When she's sitting there all quiet and stuff, hey, what's wrong? Check up on her. Oh, because of your charm stuff, make her laugh and all of that stuff. But like when you're down, it's like it's like they don't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's crazy. They don't know how to handle a man in those kind of ways. We just know how to handle them. What do you think about that idea?
That we just know how to handle. I think from what I've seen and what I know, I've ran into some ladies like that don't know how to have a conversation or interact. But then I've seen a lot of um, ones that do know how to interact. But see, I think what happens a lot is I think people have their guard up all the time. Like, and here's what I mean. I think a lot of interactions, everybody tries to pick a side that they want to be on. And what sides am I talking about? I'm talking about, am I interested in you? Am I not interested in you? Like we're always picking sides
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the time, and that kind of messes up the interaction because although you may or may not be attracted to the person, what happened to just human human interaction? You know what I mean? Like a regular conversation that don't have to be motivated by liking the person or like wanting to be with the person or not. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think we lost that side of things where we don't interact with people just to interact, but rather
Yeah.
it's like you choose a side mentally, and that's how you interact with them. Oh, I'm not attracted to her, so I'm gonna interact with her this way, or I'm
Well,
attracted to her, so I'm gonna interact with her this way.
let me touch on this. Yes, I completely agree because now social media is what affirms women of their social standing. You know what I mean? Like, so it maybe a long time ago, a girl, if we go to an event or something, a girl would have to talk to people, learn how to say jokes, be humorous, to laugh, to
Hmm.
crack, jokes here, to know when not to crack jokes. But now, when a girl does that, say at a physical event, people are like, oh, okay, she's nice. She has a nice personality. But now it's gone from affirming yourself in that way of how people interact with you to who is looking at your picture the most online. You know what I mean? Like when I
Yeah.
post this cute picture of me and my husband or something like that, oh, so many people like it, or this and that. Like affirmation has now become an online thing, and I think that's causing more women to kind of go backwards on how to actually interact in society with people in a proper way. Maybe to not feel threatened all the time. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
something that I
I think
noticed.
yeah, I think it goes both ways. Like, Meaning like just talking to. I think, man, yeah, it's both ways where we both pick a side and we just can't have a conversation to have a conversation, but we
Yeah.
gotta choose a side, and I think that just affects the interaction, you know, as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think a lot of people step into, and,
Yeah.
and yeah, it just makes things one sided, really.
Hmm.
Cause now that I think about it, it's like I can't talk to a girl unless I put her in a category mentally, like
Yeah.
dateable or non-dateable. You know what I mean? Like pretty
Hmm.
or not pretty. It just automatically triggers into those
Yeah.
things. Like, oh, is she fine? Okay, she's not fine,
But don't you
or
think that's you
whatever.
being objective about whom you want to spend your time talking to?
That's true. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm just talking about just interacting. I think the interactions, because then, like, let's say she's fine, right? And that kind of gets you a little nervous in the start. I mean that's natural, but sometimes you can put too much pressure on that. You know what I mean? Oh, she's pretty, so she might not be into a type of guy like me, or what I'm saying, did I brush my
Well,
teeth,
because
whatever.
usually they're not. I mean, go up to a hot girl and say like you like Dragon Ball Z, they'll be like, "Ew, you nerd." That's the thought that I get.
Okay.
I mean, like they don't. We know everything that they love, but like they don't understand that dudes love Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I mean, or love playing Mario Kart. Like, do you not on that point? Do you not understand men enough to maybe know some of the things that they like? So because you like Dragon Ball Z, you're not like, ew, weird.
Yeah, I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be going up and like initially talking about some Dragon Ball Z.
But we can
But
go up
see,
to a girl
see,
and talk about, oh, we love your heels. Why we
see,
don't give a
see
freak
that
about
that
heels?
that yeah, that's flimsy. Um, but what the heck? What I'm saying? Um, see, but then that Dragon Ball Z thing. Well, what was I even? Dang, I lost my train. But that that approach would categorize you as. I guess what I'm trying to say here is we don't talk to one another as just regular
Human
human
beings.
beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we categorize each other on one side, and
Hmm.
does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense. But I'm just bringing up the fact that I notice that
Yeah.
we do that instead of just talking because it's another person to talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I don't think we're doing that more often than putting people on the.
But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When girls are dressing the way that they dress nowadays, how can you not just talk to her as like a level of sexual object?
See, and that also depends where yeah, see, and that's another thing too. That's another thing.
I mean,
But
you live in
see, and
Florida.
that's why yeah, and that's why it's that's another hurdle to jump over.
Yeah.
It's another reason why you categorize.
Yeah, man.
It's another reason why you categorize because everything is explicit now.
Hmm.
You know, back in the day, 70s, 50s, whatever it was, they weren't dressing like this. That was not
Right.
allowed. But
Right.
we have been, bro. We about to graduate to a whole new level of revelation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's
Pretty
coming,
much
bro,
it's
bro.
pretty much they're
Yes.
gonna have deceit, bro.
Yes.
I don't want to imagine this, but I could imagine like types of bras are gonna be like see-through bras, basically,
Bro, they're
and they're gonna
already
be
a
wearing.
thing. What I'm talking about
Really?
is they're walking around bare chested. It's come bare see-through bras are a thing already.
See, but it's gonna be more like pronounced
Oh
in public
Lord.
places, cause it's like it. Cause back in the day, it was not like this, and it
Heck
graduated
no.
to this level, bro. It's gonna keep on graduating, bro, because we know that's how it is in this world. Like it's gonna get darker and darker. You know, the Bible talks about how it's gonna continue to get worse and worse. It's the bowl is stirring, bro. The
It's
bowl's getting
sad,
filled
man.
up.
It's
We're
sad.
going
And
so
I
yeah.
think that falls in line with how men aren't respected. They don't give a crap about how we see things or the things that cause us to do certain things. They don't give a crap about, but we have to protect them and treat them nicely and not lay a hand on them and not raise our voices. Yeah, it's pretty jaded, man. Men have it pretty hard out here. If we're talking about the general sense of women, not all women, but generally speaking.
Yeah, that's yeah, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's crazy.
You know what I mean? But anyway, yo, let's move on from this heavy topic. That was kind of heavy. Let's what you got for us this week, home?
No, cause I was watching some videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching some videos of animals, doing human like things. I think I sent you that monkey. Remember the monkey that ordered the pizza
Oh
or
yeah,
paid
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah,
pizza?
yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a video on like Snapchat. You can find it on YouTube where this monkey pays for pizza, bro. And he's wearing like a jacket and jeans and shoes, bro. He looks like he's ready to go
Yeah.
outside and like you know what I mean? He's dressed
Mm-hmm.
like a human being. And he nonchalantly like go through the door and gives the pizza person the money for the pizza like he know what he's doing, like he's done this 5,000 times, right? And the person got shook, right? The person was shook up. He was like, they kind of jumped back because who was expecting a monkey to come out the door
Not me.
and pay for a whole pizza? That's crazy. But yeah, I've been watching videos like that and just being around animals, and I got to thinking, right? Actually, the little bro Flex, the baby bro Flex, he got a pit bull. You know what I mean? Blue eyes in the gray jacket, the gray coat, with the gray and white. Oh man,
Mm.
that puppy boy. When I saw that puppy in person, that thing was licking all over me, bro. Licking, jumping, started even biting me a little bit. The playful
Yeah.
bites. But I was like, hey man, chill out, because those dogs would rip your shirt up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He was about to rip my shirt a little bit. I said
Yeah.
I had to get him to chill. Like he was way too hyper, right? Because he's puppy energetic when you meet new people
Oh
or whatever it
yeah.
may be. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a lot of animals that we see that look weird to us, and I begin to think like, man, everybody's scared of some animal.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's scared of some animal, but we don't really talk about it like that. Like, oh, I'm scared of this animal. We might say it
Yeah.
in passing. Oh yeah, I don't like rats. So if they have rats inside this
Mm-hmm.
thing, I'm not coming here. So, what is this? What's the animal that could be like a domestic animal or a wild animal that you're really scared of that you never told anybody about? What's one of those animals?
Oh, I'm not very secretive with it. One of them are wasps, and another
Really?
one is
That's an
yeah.
insect, dog.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yo.
okay. Have it sting you and then tell me it's an insect and laugh.
Hey,
Huh?
hey, bro. Hey,
Hey, what?
listen. We ain't even. We ain't never gonna get stung.
Look, man. I used to paint when I was in college. I was part of this program, and I used to paint houses. And let me tell you, man, you don't want to go near a wasp nest, bro. Bro, yeah. He thinks it's funny. Anyway, the second animal is a bear.
Oh
Bears
yeah. Oh
are
yeah. Okay.
so powerful. They just have a lot of weight on them, but how quickly they can move with that weight is
That's
phenomenal.
strong.
And they're
Yeah.
super smart. Like they are the top
And
of the
they're
bear family,
smart.
right? They're smart. Like they won't attack you until they find an opening. And you can't defend
Yeah, that's
against such
scary,
an
bro.
opening. You know what I mean?
That's scary. I'm not gonna lie. That's a scary animal to encounter, bro.
Bro, I mean, in fighting, right? If you make a mistake, you throw a punch and you make a mistake, you're like, ah, freak. They have an opening. You're gonna move to defend that opening. But imagine that paw swipe being like 20 times as much as human strength, and you got an opening, bro. You're getting crushed, man. So I don't like bears, man. I don't like. They'll rip you in half. with one
Yo,
swipe,
bears
bro.
yeah, bears, bro. If you get bit by a bear,
Hmm.
it's a smart bite. It's not one of them
Yes.
dumb bites like a fish. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if a fish bites you, it's gonna like flinch and like
Yeah.
it's a dumb bite. But a smart bite is a bite that's gonna bite you,
Uh-huh.
and it could read all the signals, your
Yeah.
blood pressure. Uh, it knows when it's ripping you, bro. That's wild.
Yeah. Watch bear fights if you guys don't know what we're talking about. Just watch them.
Bro, that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
smart animals that have smart bites, you definitely want to stay away from lions. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like all them.
Hmm.
But I wanted to say real quick, a lot of people don't know this, and I haven't known this for many years. I found this out like when I was like 14. But you know, raccoons are in the bear family.
They're in the bear family. That's why they're so smart, man.
That's why they're so smart, and that's why they
Yeah.
get big, bro. That's why they get so big. You ever seen a big raccoon?
They're fat, man. They're huge.
Low, bro.
Yeah.
It's a scary sight to see
Yeah.
a big raccoon, not a baby cute one, a full grown size that's probably overweight maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's scary. Like I told you about how I seen one at night, and the guy was looking at me like this.
Yeah.
It was so scary because how he was looking at me, he was like, "Bro, I'm right here. What you looking at?" Right? Like as if those words were coming out of his. I'm like, "Hey, man." I was walking backward. Like I started walking backward because I didn't know if it was gonna sneak up on me. So I started walking backward, bro.
Hey,
But I would
hey
have
what
to
was
say,
your
bro,
gun at, man?
Hey, swiper no swiping. Let's just say that. Swiper no swiping. But raccoons are definitely an animal that I'm a little scared of, and I'll tell you a couple reasons why. Because they're smart. But another thing is that they could carry diseases.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they go into some nasty places. So yeah, and with that smartness, they can do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
And they got sharp teeth, man. Their teeth are sharp,
Very sharp. Very sharp.
sharp. So I don't like them, bro. I don't like them. I'm more, bro. A bear is scary. It's probably gonna be more frightening to encounter a bear because of
Yeah,
its
man.
size. Yeah, but I mean, from what I've seen and what I usually see, aren't bears, but they are raccoons. So I have to put raccoons are animal that I don't like encountering, and then rats, man. Rats, I hate rats. Rats are nasty. Like I don't understand people that have pet rats. Like
Really, those
hamsters
aren't.
might be a little different, but rats though, I don't. Rats, I feel itchy and uncomfortable.
I mean, if you raise them domestically, it's cool. But it's when they're wild, they eat anything and everything.
Yeah,
And
and
that's when it gets nasty.
they look nasty, bro. It just make me feel so sick. Hey, to the rat lovers out there, I'm just being honest. Okay, I'm being honest. I don't like them. If I see a wild rat, especially those New York ones, bro. I've seen them on YouTube. I haven't seen them in person. Those guys are big. Those
Yeah,
guys are
those
big.
guys own land over there, by the way.
Yo, they own land. They got private properties,
Yeah,
and
bro.
they will take they will take your food, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
heard, bro. They're gonna look at you and try to snatch it.
If you're on their turf,
They wear Timbs over there in New York.
They wear
Timbs,
Timbs, bro.
out there.
they have the store Tim makers making them Tims because they have some kind of deals going on, maybe blackmail or something. I don't know, bro. But they own land, they own territory, and you know what's up when you step in their territory. You know what's up.
Exactly.
You gotta go over there with your fly swatter because you're gonna get jacked, man.
Yep.
Anyway,
And
hey,
you know what? You know, an animal that I hear is very smart, and this is a sea creature.
Orcas, dolphins.
Orca? Dolphins are smart, but that's not where I was going. Bro,
Squids.
squids and
Octopus.
mud-loving octopus, bro.
Yeah, they're super smart.
Those are the most alienistic looking
Mm-hmm.
creatures that you see in the ocean, and
Yeah.
they're smart, bro. No,
Yeah.
like they said those things are like different level, and a friendlier version, or not a friendlier version, but a friendlier animal down in the sea is dolphins. Those guys are smart, and they do more good than harm. It if you would find them in the wild, they actually are friendlier, than a lot of the sea creatures. And I hear whales are friendly as well. Bro, any large animal that is wild, I would think I'll be terrified to meet them in person.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Of
Especially
course.
the land ones, like the lions and stuff like that. Bro, I don't play with that.
Mm,
I love lions. They're my favorite type of wild animal. But
really?
yeah, yeah, big time, big time. I think I told you about how I used to watch the Discovery Channel
Hmm.
and watch their like the lion shows. They'll show the what do you call it, the pride of lions, the family. So I used to watch that a lot because it's my favorite animal to watch. And yeah, man, I love lions, but being in a cage with a lion is not a smart idea in my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about those people that like have lions as pets and stuff, or they
Yeah.
know them or something. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, bro. Um, lions. Yeah, yeah. I would have to agree. Except mine would probably be like an elephant or something. A full-grown elephant, nothing can take down really, unless there's too
Oh
many
yeah.
things. But yeah, a
And that's
lot
why you
of
gotta be nice to elephants, cause elephants are smart as
they'll
well, bro.
remember. Yeah, they'll
They
remember.
remember, and they have emotions.
Yeah.
Bro. I seen the elephant stomp somebody out, bro. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
It's over, bro.
Yeah.
If you survive a elephant stomp, you're a vegetable.
Yeah, you're not surviving that. What?
You're not so. You're if you somehow survive, you're not moving anymore.
Yeah.
Pull the plug. Pull the plug, bro.
Yeah,
Pull
you're
it.
suffering
Just
already.
pull it. Pop me. You
Pop
gotta
you?
pop me. You gotta take me out, bro. It's
Oh
over
goodness,
at that
man.
point.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, you're a pancake, man. Oof. Yeah, I was
It's
about to
over,
say
bro.
something, but it might be a little too gruesome. Hey man, you ready to move forward with this? You ready to move forward?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Highlight. Huh?
I said, yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Highlight topic of the day, right? I got two questions for single mothers who are in the dating world. I'm not against that. Hey, do your thing. You know what I mean? Try to find the man that will be able to fit into your family. Um, and yeah, I meant that, fit into your family. But anyway, two questions. First question: will you put me? So say you were to find a single mother and marry her.
Okay.
First question: will she put you before the child? Because in a normal marriage, the husband comes before the children. That's how it should be. But if you marry a
Well,
single mother, go ahead.
I mean that question is has to be um that's that's a specific that's specific to individuals. Because there's some ladies that can do it without too much trouble. You see what I'm saying? And then there's ones that can't do it at all. And then there's some that are in the process of learning how to do it and are growing in that. So it depends what kind of lady you have, really. Um, but in
Are you talking about
general,
single mothers or wives?
single mothers.
You think single mothers, a lot of them can do what I just said?
Some. I didn't say a lot. Wait, did I say a lot?
You said some, but like your some,
Yeah,
I'm
some.
like, what is some?
Hey, some, man. So,
So wait.
um,
Some could be two. Some could be a million.
bro, some, bro. It's no specific number. But Yeah, so it depends what type you have, though. It depends what type you have, but I think in general, though, um, that's not gonna naturally happen. I think in general, it's not gonna naturally happen, bro. And you're saying that she married you, right? So now you're married in, or you're about to be married.
Yeah, he married him.
What's this in there? You're married in? Yeah, it's gonna be a learning process. It's gonna be a learning process. Hopefully, she can learn how to do it better and grow in that. But it's gonna be a learning process, man. It's not gonna come easy. It's not gonna come natural because then you gotta weigh the dynamic of how the kid is gonna interact now. So that's another challenge. You know, what if the kid don't like who the mom is with, or is not comfortable with opening up in certain aspects.
We're not
So
even
that's another
going that
challenge.
far. We're not even going that far.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying that could be another added
I
pressure
know.
or
I
added
know.
or variable to how she uh, progressed in and how she could what was it put the guy first. That could
Okay.
be a variable that plays into um, her reasoning because let's say real quick that the kid is having trouble, right? Well, she got to attend to the kid and to figure out how she can help the kid. So what if balancing that is difficult, and so that'll play a role into how she can put the guy first.
Okay, one thing I have to say to your thing is you said, it's a learning process. I mean, do you want to marry a woman who is now learning how to be the proper wife?
Well, I mean, she's gonna have to. She's gonna have to grow on that. She's just not gonna know how to be a perfect wife. You know what I mean?
So
So
before an actual
so we both.
match, before an actual match, you practice. You practice and practice before you go to a game of any sport.
Hmm.
The game is marriage. You don't get to the game and now you're practicing how to play the game. You practice prior to play the game. And I think it is the same concept. She needs to have a basic understanding of how to do that before she gets into marriage. She can't just get into marriage and say, oh, okay, now I'm going to figure out. No, you got to say, look, these are the needs of my husband that comes first before my kid. Yeah, I mean, you can't get into marriage and now start figuring out. You got to have a solid foundation of how that would work. You got to talk to the guy. These are the things. If we get married, these are the things that I have as your needs. What are mine? Are we gonna meet them before my kids? That's what I mean. Because if you
Yeah,
wait till marriage, you're in a lot of pain, man. It's a lot of
yeah,
hurt.
and that's a good point for the listeners because yeah, you do have to have some foundation. You do have to be prepared in some aspect, right?
Hmm.
But just like the analogy you use, be prepared for the game. You can prepare for the game all you want, right? But when the game starts or when the fighting match begins, there's a study you have to do against your opponent. Now you have to look at how your opponent moves, what your opponent likes to do. You know what I'm saying? What your opponent has in offense and defense. So even though you prepare for the game and you train, you still have to learn your opponent when you get in the game or in the match. So that doesn't change in any sport. So in the same way, just like to your point, yeah, you have to be prepared to some aspect. You have to have tools to use when you come to the marriage game. But you're gonna have to learn how to navigate and see what your partner likes, what your partner don't like. Because now, if you're doing it the proper way, you're now living with him for the first time or living with her for the first time. So it's a new experience. Although you might have tools ready, you got to know how to use the tools. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
still you still have to learn, you know, how your spouse is in different ways.
yeah, and then you can use the tools that you learn before getting into a marriage to figure out that stuff. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You got to come with tools. And if you don't have that practice, that foundation, reading books, asking men, asking your father, your uncles, now you don't have any tools to figure out the person, because like you're saying, you can practice all you want before the fighting match, but when you get into that fighting ring, you do have to study your opponent. But with what tools are you studying them with? The practice that you've done, how are you going to utilize, how does that help you now figure out your opponent? So yeah, you're right, completely different territory, but now you have the tools to kind of excavate, dig around, see what's going on, where the flaws are, where you can fit in. And then my other point is, would the single mother who's now married to the guy allow the man to discipline the kid in whichever way he sees fit? I
That's
think,
also good.
yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, I was going to say, I also think that's a missing link in how single mothers think they can just marry anyone they want, or date in the dating without considering these things. Because when you're dating a guy, he comes to your house, he sees how your kid is acting, and he might have something to say about that. And you need to give him free reign on how he does that, or else it might not be compatible. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of ladies not gonna like that. A
Yeah.
lot of ladies are gonna have a problem with that, and see that another thing that plays into it is how's the kid responding to the person. Do the kid like the guy, or do the
Mm-hmm.
kid not like the guy? Because then if the kid don't like the guy, then it's gonna seem like the guy's hating on the kid because the kid don't like him. So it's gonna be a bad dynamic. It's gonna look bad when the guy tries to do something in discipline because it looks like the guy hates the kid from the
Exactly.
mother's eyes. So it could look like that. So it just depends on certain variables. But I think in general, the mother's gonna have a problem with it,
Mm-hmm.
especially if the kid's father is still in his life. See, then that's another variable too. Like, what if the kid's father's in his life? Now, who's disciplining him for real? Is it the dad, or is it the
Yep.
stepdad?
Yep.
So there's a lot that can play a part in this discipline aspect.
It's
But
like, it's like man, I just don't know. Marriage is hard. I mean, I'm sure marriage is very, very difficult.
hmm
Siblings, having a relationship with your siblings sometimes is difficult enough. Can you imagine spiritually and legally committing yourself to someone whom you guys have to figure out your issues? Now you can't just stop talking to them for like a month, ignore their calls or anything. You have to deal with them, bro. Um, and these things will come up over and over and over again. And it's like, why not just stick to your marriage and figure things out?
hmm
Why do you have to now? Because I get it. Some single mothers had no choice. Some single mothers, the father just left the picture. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, people, women do get divorced. Women leaving the family happens. It happens more often than the men leaving the family. And I'm saying, man, like, if it's not like abuse to like, okay, like you're in danger, um, or if it's not like adultery or something, like why not just figure it out? Because some of these divorces are over finances,
hmm
over how the man wants to lead, over the man making decisions. Like some of these reasons aren't the best reasons, and those reasons, man, why not just figure it out instead of having your kid go through all of this? Because then now you're messing up your kid for their next relationship, and it just trickles down. They never learn how to be in a relationship. Man,
Yeah, it gets crazy.
it gets
It gets
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
So yeah, I say for this situation, man, it's a lot to take in account on how things could play out. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
and if the mother in that situation is gonna feel comfortable
Yeah.
letting the guy do that, because I think not a lot of cases the mother is comfortable. I think more cases than not, if the father is not in the kid's life, the mother's gonna be more willing to let the guy discipline. But I think
Mm.
if the father's in the kid's life still, he still goes to the father's house or whatever it may be, then the mother
Yeah.
might be more on it. I could see that happening.
Or even the kid might tell the father, and it'll become an issue.
Yeah, then it's gonna become an issue. Then now you probably gonna have to fight the dad now
Yeah.
because you whipped the child or whatever it may be for disciplinary reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it makes things complicated for sure.
Or if you as a man you want to do things properly, now you have to sit with the father's kid and let them know, like, if they do, man, it just causes a lot of issues that aren't necessary. So if your marriage isn't ending because of adultery or for like for life safety reasons, just figure it out, man, because these kids don't deserve that. I'm not saying it's not hard for the couple. That's why I haven't said anything about the couple, but I'm just saying from what it does to the kids, just try to figure it out. Just try to figure it out. Pray. Ask the Lord to help you, to guide you through it, because that's where you get the strength to go through these things from. So figure it out, man. Stop leaving kids out here acting crazy, and us talking about your kids because they're acting crazy. You know what I mean? So
Eat
yeah,
healthy.
man. Eat healthy. eat healthy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the
It
wrong
don't
podcast,
it
man.
don't cor it don't correspond, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
the general idea out here.
You know what we forgot to do is we forgot a top five segment for today.
I was actually thinking about that, and what I think I can do for us today is come up with a mind blowing question, right? So
Mm,
it's one of these questions that has a like it's a question within a question type of thing.
okay.
Like it's a multi layered question.
All right.
So the question is, for those who are listening, um, if Apple made cars, will it have windows?
What the freak, man?
You know what I mean? If Apple made cars, will it have windows?
It'd have
You
to
see
be
what I'm saying?
self-driving if it didn't have windows.
But then will it be a car?
That's the question for Apple. Are they making a car?
But
See,
now it's like, like, are they copying Windows though?
Windows has windows.
So are they not allowed to have Windows?
Oh, they are.
you know, what
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Windows.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
see what I'm
mean.
saying? So,
No, no, you're playing with me. Hold on.
nah, bro.
Hold on. Let's get my story straight. If Apple made cars, would it have windows? And I said, if it doesn't have windows, it would have to be self-automated. And you said, don't they have to have windows? Wouldn't that be a car? That wouldn't be a car. And I said, then that's a question for Apple. And then you said, would they be trying to copy Windows? And I said, Windows has Windows, so how are they copying them? I think
Yeah,
that's where
because
we're at.
in order to have a car, you have to have Windows.
You have to have Windows to see.
Yeah,
You don't need Windows if it's self-automated.
yeah. But then again, if is having Windows illegal for Apple?
It's
Is there
having
a
Windows.
non-disclosure?
What the freak? See, you keep changing up the questions. You keep switching it up, man.
It's a question within the question, man. It's one of them questions, bro.
It doesn't relate at all. Is it? I I think there are some things in Apple that is similar to Windows.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean?
There's another question that I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, oh, are you? Oh, if I was 99 pounds and I ate 1 pound of Cheetos, am I 1% Cheeto?
That's such a silly question because it's right and wrong however you answer it.
Yo,
Well,
it's crazy.
yeah. I mean, shoot. Structurally, you would be over 100 pounds because when you eat something like Cheetos and 1 pound of it, your body will develop fluids and bloat and become heavy, filled with liquid. So you'll be over 100 pounds.
So technically, over 100 pounds?
Technically, yeah. Yeah, you would be over 100
But
pounds.
will you be 1% Cheeto, though? That's the whole... That's the whole gimmick right here.
No, because Cheeto is mainly air. But you said 1 pound of it. You said 1 pound of straight Cheeto.
Yeah.
Wow. Your weight? Your weight? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, your weight. Yeah. Technically. But when your stomach breaks down those Cheetos, where does it go?
Bro, a brick is coming out, bro. A brick is dropping, bro.
Oh,
that's
man.
all it is.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Somebody
it's gonna be
get
heavy.
the castor oil. Man, you're gonna need to lube that joint right up, man. Golly.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's a pause moment.
Yeah, that's definitely. We have to relax on that one. We have to relax. that's okay. Fast forward. Boom. If I was better prepared for because I forgot about the last segment myself, but if I was better prepared, I would definitely have more of those type of questions on here, because there's some interesting, thought-provoking questions, that doesn't really mean anything that much, but it's kind of interesting to think about.
Ooh, maybe we can come up with some first segment in the future.
Yeah, we get some of those.
Yeah, man.
Or try to test each other out to see if we can figure out our riddles or whatever the heck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got some pushy questions for you. See how far you would go. Oh yeah.
Let's go, man.
All
Hey, I'm
day.
ready for it, man.
All
If y'all want
day.
to, if y'all want us to do those questions, drop it down in the comments wherever you're listening or watching from. So yeah, we'll definitely try
scenarios.
give us difficult ones. We'll definitely try to do it.
Hey, with that, thank you guys for joining us today for our discussion. I hope you guys learned something. If not, at the end of the day, we're just two guys having a conversation. We're not professionals on any so-called level. We're just two normal guys having a conversation. So if you guys have something to add it to the comment section. If you guys have something to tell us, drop it in the DMs. Yes,
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, don't forget to listen to us on audio exclusive platforms while you're driving. Have fun listening to us laughing. And with that, man,
Hey.
I'm good.
Hey, we're all set.
All set. All right. So that is dialogue, folks.
All right. It's EddyEd, and we're only holy
because he is. And remember, faith don't come expensive.
It's free.
Peace.
Yeah.